Welcome to the Camping and Caravanning Club series of how-to videos. In this video compilation, we're going to share 7 simple tips and checks to stay safe and caravan smarter on your autumn adventures.
The first thing you need to consider is your caravan's payload. This is the total weight of items you're allowed to carry in the caravan for personal use, and also includes gas cylinders and leisure battery. You can check the loaded weight at your local weighbridge to be sure you're not exceeding the caravan's maximum technically permissible laden mass. This is on the van's plate, so track the mass you run in order to find your caravan's payload, or you can just weigh each item on a set of bathroom scales. When loading the caravan, ensure that heavy items are placed as close to the axle as possible. Medium weight items can go fore or aft of the axle, and lighter weight items can go up high. Check the caravan nose weight before hitching up to your tow car, for example using a nose weight gauge like this one. Nose weight is the weight your caravan's hitch applies to the car's tow ball. Aim for between 5 to 7% of the caravan's laden weight and be sure not to exceed the car's tow ball limit. Adjust payload on board to meet this figure. As a last check before hitting the road, check from side on how your caravan looks. As it's hitched up to the tow car, it should be level or slightly nose down to ensure a safe, even handling experience on the road.
You must have an adequate view of the road behind you. There's a definition of this adequate view, and it's probably easiest to explain this in a diagram. Your rear view mirrors must allow you to see the road surface 1 metre out from the side of your car or car and caravan outfit at a point 4 metres behind your eyes in your normal driving position. You must then be able to get a clear view of the road outwards so you can see a full 4 metres out from the vehicle by the time anything's 20 metres away from your eye line. We've marked this out with cones here. You should be able to see all these cones when you're looking in your mirrors from your normal driving position. And those positions stay the same however long your car or car and caravan outfit is.
There's some heavy duty pumps on the market. What's notable is they connect directly to the battery. They have a more powerful motor with greater torque to overcome the resistance of pumping at a higher pressure. And they cope better with the heat generated too. One tip with 12 volt pumps: keep the engine running whilst they're in use, to protect the battery and keep the voltage high.
Check the caravan is securely coupled by using the jockey wheel to raise the rear of the car on its suspension a few inches. There are 2 main types of breakaway cable: the spring clip type, like this, and the carabiner type, like this. The spring clip type is designed to only ever be connected to itself, like this. You must never connect it directly to something, a piece of structure or whatever. However, the carabiner can be connected to a hard point on the vehicle near the tow bar, or can also be connected back on itself and used in that sense. So this makes it much simpler and safer to use.
When your bottle has run out of gas, you'll need to swap it for a fuller one. You can do this yourself, but you'll need to remember most gas have a left-hand thread, the opposite from normal, so the old saying righty-tighty has to be reversed. If you forget, most bottles have open and close arrows marked on the top. First, turn the top valve on the bottle clockwise as far as it will go. This closes the gas supply. Next, loosen the hose. This motorhome has a hand wheel pigtail, so no tools are needed to loosen the nut by turning it clockwise. But in many caravans or motorhomes, you'll need to loosen this nut using a 30mm gas spanner. Here's a top tip: don't tighten the gas connections too much, as over-tightening can damage the seal. This hand wheel and the traditional thin gas spanner are both designed with minimal force in mind to make sure you don't over-tighten things. Swap the empty bottle for a full one. Remove its black blanking cap by unscrewing it clockwise to reveal the valve attachment thread and put the cap on the old cylinder. Screw the nut on the end of the rubber hose pigtail into the valve attachment thread by turning it anti-clockwise by hand to make sure it's not cross-threaded. Fully secure it into the bottle's valve by tightening it gently with a hand wheel or gas spanner. Open the gas bottle valve slowly by turning it anti-clockwise. You'll hear a hiss as the gas fills the van's gas system. A simple method of checking for leaks is by using your nose, as if there's a leak you should be able to smell it. You could use very dilute soapy water in an emergency, or a proper leak test solution, and watch for bubbles around the valve regulator and the hose assembly. If you find a leak, shut off the bottle and investigate it immediately. Make sure the bottle's top valve is closed for transit, unless you have a system that will shut the gas off automatically if there's an incident on the road. It's also worth checking the condition and expiry dates of the hose and regulator, although we'd always recommend an annual gas inspection from a properly trained gas technician. The key to reversing a caravan is realising you need to turn the car's steering wheel in the opposite direction to the one you'd expect to get the caravan moving. If you want the caravan to turn to your left as you're seated in the car, steer your car front wheels to the right, so that if your hands are on the wheel at 2:45, bring your right hand down. And the second main point is to take things really slowly, so you can correct things if, or perhaps when, they start to go a bit awry.